Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll get started here in a moment. Give me just one moment. I need to look for a couple of pictures. Hope you're doing well wherever you're tuning in from. Hello, Kim. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, Mo Queen. Thank you so much for tuning in. And hello, Preston. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, Charmaine. What's going on, sunshine? Hope you're doing well. Okay. So, for those of you who do not know, um, I had to go. I had my last scheduled esoteric conversation earlier today. It is already the 16th, okay, here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And I had overlooked that because I had already mentally checked out. And again, once I closed those esoteric conversations, I had already mentally checked out, but I did have one more on the calendar. And of course, me being a being of its word, I needed to keep that appointment and honor that. And so it was a great conversation. It was our second esoteric conversation. And hello, Georgia. Okay. What's going on? Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. Candace. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. And hello, sweet Gail. And so I had to go. And so if you notice that there is a part one of this video that's about 15, 20 minutes long, that's the reason why. Okay. So I will reiterate, I left all of the energy out here the way that it was. Okay. And so we will go back over what has already come out thus far. And okay. I want to honor someone at this time also. Okay. I want to honor someone. And this being, okay, is no longer here in the physical as we knew them or as I knew them. Okay. But they were born on 2/15/1974. Okay. And they were born in Oak Lawn, Illinois. Okay. So we were born in the same year, the year of the wood tiger, the year of the tiger, the year of the wood tiger, specifically 1974. Okay, so 74 or 47 could be significant for you. And the last full life psychic investigation reading, I believe we got Vanessa Lynn Williams, Vanessa Williams, former Miss America, model, actor or actress, singer. Okay. And then I was not aware of this, but then we got the name Tyra, and we looked up Tyra Banks's information, and Tyra's middle name is Lynn. So Lynn, all right, Lynn. Tyra Banks spells her Lynn, Lynnne. And the being that I want to honor today with the 215 energy, even though it's 216 where I am. Hello, keeping up with Mrs. J, okay, or Lady J. I said Miss J, Lady J, okay. Someone could go by Miss J, okay. And her middle name is Lynn, Lynn, okay? So Lynn is extremely significant. I believe Jennifer Lopez's middle name is Lynn as well, okay? So Lynn is extremely significant. Lynn, Linda, Lenny, like Lenny Kravitz, okay? So yeah, Lynn, all right? Wow, I did not know that. First Candace Coleman passed in 1974. Wow, very interesting. Okay. Okay. Confirmation on Miss J. We have someone in the room whose name is Miss J. They go by Miss J. They're called Miss J. Okay. So this being's name, before we get back into the energy, this being's name that lifetime was Carrie Lynn Fong. Okay. And I met Carrie when I was 17. Okay. We met, she was 17, at our first job working at a movie theater in Florida, specifically Altamont Springs, Florida. Okay. And so this particular individual was my prom queen. Okay. I was not prom king. Okay. But I call her my prom queen. Okay. And as I was going into the military, she was just starting to experience some heavy health issues. Okay. So she ended up, I believe, dealing with some type of liver issue. And I think she went to St. Louis, Missouri for a little while. Her family relocated from Florida. They moved from Illinois to Florida. We moved from Illinois to Florida. So there are a lot of similarities there, a lot of synchronicities there with me and Carrie in our journey. And I share all of this again for reasons. And just as I was going into the military, she had started to deal with some serious medical issues. And her family temporarily relocated to St. Louis, Missouri, or to Missouri for some type of specialized medical care. Okay. And yeah, but in 1993, I was a senior that year, the early part of that year, and we went to prom, her and I. Okay. The theme in that, at that prom, you know, they often do themes at proms, okay, was Aladdin's, okay, A Whole New World. Okay. A Whole New World in 1993. We did our senior prom at Disney World somewhere. Okay, it was at some hotel in Disney, at Disney. Okay, she wore an all black dress. Okay, and I rented a tuxedo. Okay, I'm telling you all of this for synchronicity. Okay. I had I like classic cars. I still do like classic cars. I hope to own a couple, you know, at some point in time again. But back then I had like a Thunderbird or something, and it was like a 1979 Thunderbird I think I had. at that time. And she had a Ford Mustang. Okay. So Ford Thunderbird, Ford Mustang, someone's named Ford. Okay. Or Henry. Okay. Ford. Okay. And so, yeah, we took her Mustang to prom at this Disney hotel or wherever it was. Okay. I'm going to show you a picture of Carrie, but Carrie passed exactly 4 months after. 4 months after I received my kidney transplant in 2017. I received that kidney transplant after 4.5 years of dialysis on 7/7/17. Okay? She passed on 12/6. That was, again, 4 months prior. The last day that I did dialysis was 7/6. Okay? And so, or 5 months. I'm saying 4 months. Yeah, 4 months, I guess. 4 or 5 months. And so, yeah, all right. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures, 2 pictures of Carrie. Okay. And again, there could be something about a Carrie, something about a Lynn, or something about a Fong. Okay. Okay. So there's one picture of Carrie. Okay. This is years after, okay, her situation. And in fact, she switched her major, okay, to the medical field. I don't recall what it was initially, okay, but she switched her studies to medical once she started going through what she was going through. Also, she was a cancer survivor, okay, so cancer, all right, and so yeah, and at that celebration of life service in 2017, I was one of her pallbearers. Okay, I was one of her pallbearers. Okay, and Carrie has an Asian confirmation. Carrie has an Asian father that lifetime, had an Asian father and a Caucasian American mother. Okay, an Asian father and a Caucasian American mother. So something about mixed or different shade couples. Okay, different shade couples. He was obviously olive skin, and her mother was obviously on the lighter skin side. Okay, her mother has since passed too. Her mother's name was Terry. Terry. Her father's name is Richard. Richard. She has a sister whose name is Lori. Okay, so again, I give shout outs, okay, to her spirit, who she was to me in that lifetime, the connection that we had spiritually, okay. Our birthdays are 288 days apart. Our birthdays are 288 days apart. Our birthdays. I started dialysis on 2/13, 2 days before her birthday in 2013. I started dialysis. So there's a lot of synchronicity there. Okay, a lot of synchronicity there. Okay. So yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and get tapped back in to the current energy. Okay. And thank you so much for all of you who are giving her compliments and that sort of thing. Her spirit was beautiful, genuine, authentic. I mean, she was an animal lover. She was a music lover. Her favorite group, we went to go see a concert, Toad the Wet Sprocket. Okay, Toad the Wet Sprocket. Okay, we went to go see this concert. I had to be the only brown-skinned I had to be the only brown-skinned guy, it looked like, in this concert. Okay, Toad the Wet Sprocket. We went to go see this concert with some other friends from the movie theater in 1990, I don't know, 3, 4, somewhere around there, before I went into the military. And that was the first concert that I had ever gone to. Okay, yeah. So, okay. Anything else? All right. I think that's it. Okay. So let's go ahead, okay? We're going to stimulate the crown, okay? We're going to stimulate the crown, okay? And we're going to stimulate the third eye, get tapped back into the energy. The two cards that we do have out here is the Queen of Swords in reverse, and we have the Eight of Wands sideways, okay? When these two angel numbers came out, okay, Divine Source said we're on the precipice, okay? So whoever this energy is for, keep in mind, okay, that not every message is out here, or every message that comes out here, every name that comes out here, every situation that comes out here is not for you. There are 197 countries on this planet, and Psychic Investigations covers all 197 countries on this planet. So if it doesn't easily fit, you need to quit. If it doesn't easily fit, you need to quit. Quit trying to make it fit. Quit trying to come up with scenarios where it fits your situation, okay? Your journey and your job is not to live a paranoid life, okay? Hello, Aria, okay? Your job is not to live a paranoid life, okay? Your job is to live a spiritually free life. So 9 plus 1, 9 plus 1, 9 plus 1, and 9 plus 1 is a 10. We are in the year of 10. Also, I had a divine appointment last night. I met, I'm going to say my first of probably many. I met a Buddhist teacher last night and celebrating the Chinese New Year as they go into their year of 10 energetically. I met the first of several probably Buddhist teachers here in Ho Chi Minh City, and I was honored and privileged enough to celebrate the Chinese New Year with them. Okay. There was a teacher there, a Vietnamese teacher who teaches English here in Vietnam. So there was a teacher, a earthly teacher, spiritual teacher, okay, and someone from Switzerland. Someone from Switzerland. So someone Swedish, Switzerland, okay. And so, yeah, okay, and I got that message, that invite last night at exactly 11 o'clock. I was getting ready to lay down and rest the body. I got that message on WhatsApp at exactly 11 o'clock last night, okay? In fact, shout out to Texas. I did see that. Shout out to Texas, okay? So yeah, I was very honored, okay, to be invited to that. Okay. Okay. So you can see the text messages down there. Okay. Inviting me to be a part of their family. Okay. So you being invited into someone's family, you being brought into someone's family, okay? And so very thankful, Most High, for that divine appointment. I look forward to speaking with them, that Buddhist teacher. They live in Colorado, in the United States of America. They live in Colorado. So Colorado, Lieutenant Joe Kenda, Colorado, Denver, John, Denver, okay, Aurora, or yeah, Aurora, Colorado, or Arvada, Colorado, okay, yeah, Colorado Springs, Colorado, okay, yes, happy Chinese New Year to everyone, okay. Yes, it was my first time celebrating the Chinese New Year, okay? And we sat, we talked, had some fruit, had some chai tea, and yeah, just enjoyed the energy. And it was 7 of us in the room. Check that out. There was 7 of us in the room, okay? I had 7 dreams. I had 7 dreams in one night recently on the 14th. The night of the 14th, I had 7 separate dreams. 7. You could be a life path 7, or July could be significant for you. Okay, July. All right. So let's go ahead and get tapped in. We're going to go ahead and activate or stimulate the chakra. Okay, and the third eye. Okay, if you would like to be a part of this 30-second activation, feel free to participate. 2 fingers of one hand, place it in the center of your crown, press firmly. 2 fingers, other hand, firmly between the eyebrows, okay? And press firmly. We'll hold for 30 seconds. And release. Okay. This is the Real Psychic Investigators. So we investigate and we expose, reveal, confirm karmic crimes. All crimes are karmic on all 197 countries on this planet. That is what this channel is about. Okay? So you can sit down and listen, guest, or you can get the hell out. I am not politically correct, and neither will I ever be. So, guest, it's up to you. Okay? You're welcome. So, again, okay, we have the names that have come or places, okay? We have the name Brian so far, just picking up the energy where we left off. No problem. I don't mind answering your question, okay? Again, I speak the way that I speak because of who I am. Born on the 333rd day of the year, my birthday breaks down to 11/11/11. I am a master teacher, master builder 33. So I speak the way that I speak because of who I am. Okay? And I don't mean to be harsh or cruel or mean. Okay? That's just the way that I speak. Okay? So, Brian, something you need to say no to, okay? We have spiritual scientists. We have Macmillan. We have Cleveland. Shout out to JP. I don't know. That is one person that I know. One being that I know that is in Ohio. Someone else in this energy listening could be in Ohio. Okay. And we have James, or born in Ohio. James, Jimmy. Brian can be spelled B-R-Y-A-N, B-R-Y-A-N as well. James, Jimmy. Okay. Someone's name could be Cleveland. First, middle, last. Drew Carey is from Cleveland, Ohio. The actor and comedian Drew and Carey. I'm talking about Carey, my prom queen, okay, who ascended on 12/6. Now we have Drew Carey. Divine said Drew Carey, and Drew Carey is from Cleveland, Ohio. Okay? So, yeah, let's go ahead and pick up the energy, okay? Again, something about being on the precipice with the 11/11 and 99/99 energy out here. 11/11 is wish come true angel number, and 99/99 is lessons learned. Lessons learned, okay? Again, I remind us from the last reading that where I had to go. That's why it's only 20 minutes or so, okay? We have an occult out here. We have a cult out here. Cult. We have a cult out here. This could be a cult of any sort. KKK, Black Panthers, Black Lives Matter, Committee of 300. Okay? All of these are cults. Wolf's Head is a cult. The Porcelain Club is a cult. Philanthropic Seventh Secret Society is a cult. Most churches, religious organizations are cults of some sort. The cult. Okay? Then we have something about body dysmorphia. Okay, you see that individual, they have 3 nipples. Okay? Something about body dysmorphia, or someone changed their appearance, investigators. Okay? And Divine Source, as always, we invite not just only the general collectives, ancestors in, we also invite the ancestors of the investigative agencies on all 197 continents on this planet. We invite in all of their ancestors for confirmations, okay, to help them solve the cases that they are investigating. Judges welcome in, celebrities welcome in. This channel is changing, okay? This channel is changing. We have Passport and Devil, Death Energy in reverse, okay? Okay? So Passport, travel, that also is a confirmation with this 8 of Wands energy out here for travel, communication, right? Travel right here with the 8 of Wands tarot card. And now we have passports. Notice there are 2. Notice there are 2. So the devil trying to stop you, death trying to stop you, low vibrational energy, occults trying to stop you on your journey. This doesn't have to be a physical travel. This could be a spiritual travel as it is. Okay? So trying to stop you on your spiritual journey, your spiritual quests. I just got the word quests. So on your spiritual quests, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. Any and all blockages concerning our spiritual journeys and physical journeys as we are divinely led to go wherever we are divinely led to go to. Okay? And again, Queen of Swords energy out here in reverse. Okay? That speaks to a defeated energy. Okay? That speaks to a defeated energy with the Death card out here. Okay? Someone's no longer protected. Their ancestors left them. Okay? Queen of Swords in reverse. Someone's ancestors left them. Okay? No longer part of helping them. No longer part of releasing divine wisdom to them. Okay? Somebody's left in the muck and mire. Okay? Somebody's left in the muck and mire of whatever it is that they created as they are a part of a cult. Someone's left in the muck and mire. Okay? I mentioned that this channel is changing. Okay? It is. Okay? What's going to end up happening, I believe, I am being guided to switch to a teaching, okay? More of a teaching energy and doing away with the tarot, okay? Doing away with the reading of the energy and get more into my Master Builder 33 energy, okay? And if that's the way that we end up going, what you can look forward to on this channel is canonical text being shared currently on the Shadow Band channel. We are journeying through the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua, okay? The Christ. And oh, yeah, there's, yeah. 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 I mean, yeah. That goes without saying. Yeah. That's such an easy thing to do, okay, for me, to trust myself. That's such an easy thing to do. It's like, shit, what? Shit, what? That's such an easy thing to do. Trust myself. Oh, yeah. Shit. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so the channel will most likely at some point be shifting. The name will be changing, okay? But it will be going into more of a teaching type of energy. In that Aquarian gospel pertaining to the life of Yeshua the Christ, he is currently, where we are in that reading, he is currently in India. Currently in India. And again, this is not between Genesis and Revelation, because they did not want you to know that he was traveling, learning from and teaching Brahmic priests, Vedic priests, okay, Buddhist monks, Buddhist priests. Again, that's a confirmation for me, as I just met my first Buddhist teacher last night at 11 o'clock, celebrating the Chinese New Year. So, yeah, 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 yeah. Truly area, truly. Okay. So divine source, what else do we have out here? We got a cult, we got travel, we got communication, we got the high priestess in reverse. Okay, so somebody's lost it. Okay, they have no more spiritual abilities. They wonder, they cannot do whatever they used to do. Okay, they cannot tap into your Akashic records. They can no longer see into your journey. They can no longer cop a squat. I just got cop a squat. When was the last time you heard that? I just heard cop a squat. They can no longer cop a squat in your energy. Set up house in your energy. And again, for those of you who feel like that's not the case, you are being lazy about your spiritual journey. For those of you who feel like you cannot do that, or that is not your situation, you are being lazy about your spiritual journey. Behold, I stand at the door and knock, not kick the door down. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. And if any man or woman opens the door, I will come in and commune with them and them with me. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Most High does not kick the door down, and Most High does not yell. Okay? Night Queen, okay? Night Queen, I don't know what's going on, okay? But I have no problem kicking people out my fucking channel, okay? And blocking them, okay? I have no problem kicking karmic asses out of here, okay? So, again, I don't know, okay? I pay attention to your energy, as I am a high vibrational empath. So, okay? I just want you to be aware of that. So, along with the high priestess in reverse, we have a smelly sack of shit, okay? A smelly sack of shit, okay? If you don't like the way I speak, exit stage left. If you don't like the way I speak, exit stage left. Okay? High priestess in reverse, man or woman. Okay? Fallen angel energy, fallen angel energy, fallen angel energy. Someone could smell bad, okay? That could be a spiritual thing, okay? That's coming through their pores. Someone could smell bad, okay? Hello, Sam, okay? That's what you need to work on, Night Queen, okay? That's what you need to work on. My job is not to help you with your karma. That's your job. You want to know why no one else should have access to your Akashic records? Because your contract is your job. Your job. You might be a lazy ass, Night Queen. You might be a lazy ass. You expect somebody else to go to the gym and do the workout, and you just benefit with the fitness, okay, and the results. You expect somebody else to go to the gym for you, You expect somebody else to eat healthy for you. You expect somebody else to do the work for you. All right, shuffling the last stack of tarot and tarot messages. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I see we have 44 in the room and 27 likes. Okay, 45 in the room and 27 likes. 45, 27, 54, 72, 1972. Someone could be 45. Someone could be 27. Born on those dates. Okay, or born on the 27th, 54, 45. Most High, continue. Confirmations. That's a lot. Okay, we'll keep going. If they come out, they'll come out. People wonder why. Okay, they go through the same bullshit time and time again, year after year. People wonder why. It's because they don't get the clue. See what landed on my arm right here? We're going to find out what that is. It's face down. You see how that landed right there against the tiger's eye? Okay, on the left arm. We're going to find out what that is. Okay, so we have a 7 of Pentacles. You hard at work. Okay, you hard at work. Okay, on the left arm. So again, there you go. Okay, I'm a workaholic. Physically and spiritually, I'm a workaholic. Okay, a workaholic. If I need to meditate for hours at a time, I have no problem cutting off the TV and meditating for 3 hours a day. I have no problem doing that. If I need to do 5 egg cleanses a day in order to cleanse my energy, I will do 5 egg cleanses a day. Okay, if I need to burn 55 sage sticks, okay, I will burn 55 sage sticks. I have no problem doing the work. On earth, I have no problem doing the work. I'm a workaholic. Okay, so hard at work, doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, good job for those of you who are hard at work on your spiritual journey. Good job. Okay, and we have the Ace of Swords out here. Okay, so truth. Okay, I just heard truth or dare. Okay, truth or dare. Okay, what do we have? Okay, we have 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so again, we have energy out here that speaks to some type of journey, spiritual or physical, that you are on, an occult energy, death in the reverse, Ace of Swords, High Priestess in reverse, could be a high priest, fallen angel energy. Okay, farmer, someone's a farmer or needs to be, or a medicine man or medicine woman. Okay, medicine man or medicine woman. Okay, anything else, Most High? Let's shuffle one more time and find out. Anything else? Anything else for the investigators? Anything else? Okay. Choices in romance. I think that's a 7 of, we got 7 of Cups energy out here based on what's already out here. The Lovers. Okay. So you will have a choice. Okay. Do you pick Sean or do you pick Michael? Do you go with Michelle or do you go with Rachel? You're going to have a choice. You're going to have a choice. Okay? Hello, thank you so much for tuning in, Isabella. Good to see you. Okay? Anything else, Divine? We have a lover's choice out here. Okay? A lover's choice. There could be a couple of fairly high vibrational beings coming towards you or interested in you. Okay, I don't do love readings because this is not a tarot channel, as a reminder. Okay, if the energy comes out here, the energy comes out here. This is the real psychic investigators. Okay. Isabella, that's not scary. It's not. It's not. It's not scary. Okay. Use your intuition. Okay. Go use your intuition. So one of these individuals, give you an example of how you can disseminate, not disseminate, how you can filter through these love options. Okay. So let's say, for instance, you live in China. Okay. You live in California. You live in Australia. Okay. One of these individuals comes to you. Okay. And they live in Germany. You don't live in Germany. You live in some other country. Do you want to move to Germany? If you don't want to move to Germany, and that's not where you're guided to move to, then it makes it easy, even though that individual is a high vibrational love offer. Okay. Shout out to France. Okay. So even though they're a high vibrational being, if you don't want to move to Germany, or you're not guided to move to Germany, I shouldn't say don't want to. If you're not guided to move to Germany, then even though they are high vibrational, you should tell them no. We got say no out here already. Okay. So as an example, that's one of the ways that you can filter through. Okay. So for me, I already know that I will not live in a place where the ground freezes during the year, or I say during the year, at any point in time. You know what I mean? So if it's in America, if I am to set up homestead again in America, whoever this is for me, if this is for me, if it is for me, okay, then that individual will either need to relocate to a southern state, or that individual will get a no. So they will either need to live in Arizona, Texas, Georgia, South Carolina. Okay, they will need to live in one of those states. Otherwise, the answer will be no. Okay, because I'm not living in New York. I'm not living in California. I'm not living in, you know what I'm saying? I'm not living in those places. And if I live in California, the only reason why I would live in California is in Southern California. And that's a big if, because I need access to the ground every year, every day. Okay. I have way too many karmic ass motherfuckers in Florida. Okay. First wife married in Florida. Second wife married in Florida. Karmic twin flame in Florida. Okay. A lot of dirty, nasty asses in Florida. Okay. So Florida for me represents this. Okay. I was in Florida for 30 something years. So Florida for me represents this. Okay. That's what Florida represents for me. I will move there if Divine says that's where I am to go, but I'm really not thinking that's where Divine's going to set me up. So again, for me, again, as a way to filter, if they live somewhere where you don't want to live, or you're not guided to live, man or woman, they'll have to make a choice, and so will you. Okay. Lastly, we have the Five of Swords out here. Five of Swords. And again, that's in the upright. So somebody's in a bad way. Okay. Somebody is in a bad way. Okay. Also, when you get to know this, when you start talking to whoever these love options are, okay, let's talk about love for a minute. Whenever you talk to these love offers, find out what their goals are, obviously. Okay. So if you are a male divine masculine or a male divine feminine, talk to them and find out. If you are a female divine masculine, female divine feminine, find out where their goals are, what their journey is, what they, obviously you'll have these conversations, what they do for a living, what their long-term goals are. Okay. One of the red flags for me is when I met the karmic twin flame. Okay. I asked her about 5 years, and I was like, so what about 5 years from now? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? She was like, oh, I don't really think about that. I don't really I don't know. I don't really, red flag. Okay. Red flag. Okay. You don't have it. You have no goals. You have no plans. You have no, what are you doing? You just wake up every day and roll the dice on your life. What do you, and she was, that's what she was doing, okay? You just wake up every day and just decide to roll the dice on your life. You have no plan, you have no focus, okay? So find out, yeah, aimlessly, yeah, yeah, of course, Isabella, okay? And again, that's nothing against the state of Florida. That's the energy in the state of Florida that I've been involved in, okay? I was a part of a religious organization for 20 years, okay, in Central Florida. And I left that place after realizing that Steve was religious and he wasn't spiritual. He didn't believe in numerology. He didn't believe in angels. I specifically asked him if he believes in angels, okay? So he didn't believe in any of that. He just believes in Genesis to Revelation. He doesn't believe Yeshua was on a journey through India, through Brahms. He doesn't believe Yeshua was on a journey, even though through the Aquarian Gospel, we can read that. You can download the PDF, okay? Even though he didn't believe any of those things. I was like, oh, so you believe Yeshua was subject to his mother and father for 18 years, and then all of a sudden he just showed up and started preaching. Okay, Steve, sayonara, okay? See you later, or not, bye. You know what I mean? So once I realized that, because I was starting to spiritually awaken and go through the dark night of soul, I got out. Okay? So let's go ahead and place these in the stacks. Okay? We have a fire sign. We have corrupt legal action. A fire sign and corrupt legal action. Again, investigators, please meditate on your cases. Investigators, please pay attention to the synchronicities that you see. Please pay attention to the synchronicities that you see, okay? Oh, damn, Divine said, look at the clock. Most High said, look at the clock. Guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? Divine said, look at the clock. Guess what time it is? Booyah shaka. Booyah shaka. Yeah, baby. Eravat. Yeah, baby. All seven spirits of God. Eravat. Eravat. Divine said, look at the clock. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay? I'm extraterrestrial. I don't act like a human, and neither do I want to be. All right? So we have fire sign. Okay? Fire sign. Corrupt legal action. Confirmation. Okay? Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one. And 1111 is a wish come true. That's a good one. Confirmation. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, shout out to the mermaid spirits. Okay, I am unicorn. Okay, I am unicorn. Okay, peacock and seahorse. Okay, I am unicorn, peacock, and seahorse. Okay, divine source, wherever we need to go, wherever these energies need to go in the stack, place them as you divinely will. Place them as you divinely will. Synchronicities, again, investigators, synchronicities for your cases. General collective, synchronicities for your journey, okay? Synchronicities for your journey. I'm getting a song, 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 okay? Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Is this really love I've got to gain? Taylor Dane. Taylor Dane. Taylor Dane. I had a stupid teenage crush on Taylor Dane in the late 80s. Tell it to my... Let's look up Taylor Dane's information. Let's go ahead and look up her information. Taylor Dane. Taylor Dane. Great Dane, someone could like Great Danes. That could be their favorite breed of dog. Taylor Dane. I had a crazy crush on her, boy. Crazy crush. Crazy crush. Crazy crush. Crazy crush, right? So, okay. So, Taylor Dane, born Leslie Wonderman. Taylor Dane's legal name. Listen to the names, everybody. Listen to the names, everybody. Taylor Dane, but Leslie Wonderman, Wonder Woman, Wonder Man, Wonderman, Leslie. Okay? Nielsen could be significant. Born 3762. 3762. Taylor Dane. She is coming into or already in her 64th year. Okay, she'll be 64 on 3/7. New York City. Okay, New York City. Okay, doesn't say anything about. Okay, let me read this. Let me read this. I mentioned Carrie, okay, my prom queen, all right, and her being a cancer survivor. Let me read this about Taylor Dane, Leslie Wonderman. In 2022, Dane was diagnosed with colon cancer. She subsequently underwent surgery to remove 10 inches of her colon and was declared cancer-free. She has since become an advocate for early detection. Taylor Dane. Taylor Dane. Leslie Wonderman. Leslie Wonderman. Okay? I don't know when that picture was taken, but she's still physically, again, I don't know where she is spiritually. I don't know where she is spiritually, but physically, she looks like she still turns heads. Taylor Dane. Okay? So yeah. Okay? Colon cancer diagnosis. You could be a cancer survivor, okay? Of any type. So tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Someone could be coming to you and asking you with this love energy, are you the only one? They could be wondering if you're single. I am single and celibate since 2022. I am single and celibate since 2022. The last person that I dated was a pediatric renal doctor. Okay? A pediatric renal doctor was the last person I dated. Okay? And for those of you who are wondering, what? He dated a doctor? Hell yeah. I can pull that kind of energy. Hell yeah. Really? Yes. We have Navy, okay? Navy. That's right, area. Hell yeah. With my healing wand ass. Hell yeah, I can pull that kind of energy. Navy. Okay? Currently or veteran. Currently or veteran. Yeah, let them know. Let them know. That is right, Stargate. Right? Don't let nobody, yeah, really? When that doctor, ladies, that doctor or that attorney, okay, that local celebrity come up to you, okay, they reach out to you. Again, I'm not saying go with that just because of their status, but yes, you are definitely worthy of someone who holds their own weight in society, okay, who has credentials spiritually and physically. You are worthy of someone who has credentials spiritually and physically. I was still a tax accountant back then when we started dating. I was still a tax accountant. Okay? So, Ace of Swords energy, truth. Ace of Swords energy, one split between Navy and Caterpillar to the Butterfly. Caterpillar to the Butterfly. Okay? And I'm getting Stargate energy with this. I'm getting Stargate energy with this. Confirmation horn honk. Okay? I'm getting Stargate energy with this. Caterpillar to the Butterfly. Okay? So, and again, whatever military force patrols the waters in whatever country you are in, okay, or whatever country you are from this lifetime. Okay. On the Ace of Wands, we have your best friend is your worst friend. Your best friend is your worst friend. We got some names coming up, so pay attention. Okay, we got some names coming up. Okay, so you could be getting communication from this best friend, worst friend. Okay, or this best friend. I know it's not easy, Isabella. I know it's not easy, Isabella, but you could find out. Are you the one who said you're from Florida or in Florida? Isabella, you could find out that Florida is a karmic place for you. You could be finding that out, Isabella. You could be finding out that Florida holds a lot of karmic energy towards you. You could be finding that out like I did, Isabella. Okay. All right. So names. Oh, your family is from Florida. Okay. So we have names out here. We have Tangi, Terrell, and Tyreek. Your best friend is your worst friend. So Tyreek, your best friend, is your worst friend, or Tyreek is the worst friend, okay? Florida doesn't suck, but Florida has its own issues, just like every culture, okay? Brown Americans have their own issues, Nigerians have their own issues, European Caucasians have their own issues, Vietnamese have their own issues, Japanese have their own issues, okay? Australians, they have their own issues, okay? Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Venezuelans, Brazilians, every culture has their own issues, each and every one of them, okay? So either these individuals, okay, are karmic friends, or these individuals are dealing with karmic friends. Yeah, very true. Now that part is definitely true, Area, about the relocating. That is definitely true, okay? That is definitely true, okay? So best friend, worst friend, names Tangi, Terrell, and Tyreek. Communication about this, okay? They could be getting ready to communicate with you, okay? Or they are about to get some communication. I hear that, baby boo. I hear that, girl. I hear that, girl. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. Just give it to him, girl. I hear that. Who cares? I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. Oh, we have a cross-dresser energy out here. A cross-dresser energy out here. I'm looking at Gwen. The name Gwen, Gwendolyn, Gwyneth. Gwen, Gwendolyn, Gwyneth. Okay. So we have cross-dresser out here on body dysmorphia, okay? So somebody, again, this goes right along with this, okay? Often people who are cross-dressers, okay, they get things done to their bodies, okay? Often cross-dressers get things done to their bodies. And we have karma is at work. So if karma is at work, guess what is at work? Dharma. So if karma is at work, dharma is also at work. Who's getting what? Who's getting what? That determines your choices, okay? Or that's determined by your choices. So who's getting karma and who's getting dharma? Your choices decide. Okay? Confirmation for baby boo. Confirmation for baby boo. Confirmation. She knows a cross-dresser, and the public's gonna know about it. Public shame. Public shame. Public shame. We got passport out here, okay? It's still in the stack, okay? But we got relocation right here. So there we go. Relocation of some sort. Again, if it's the US or anywhere in the world, I will only live in a place where the ground stays unthawed all 365 days of the year. That's one of the reasons why I love Vietnam so much, in South America in general, or South Asia, Southeast Asia in general. I said South America, so for some of you, South America is significant, okay? Relocation. Relocation. That is on the death in reverse, okay? That did come out reverse, death in reverse. And we have Chad and Chadwick. Okay, this has come out here recently, this name specifically, Chadwick. Okay, relocation, relocation, relocation. And again, we have the Eight of Wands out here already, and we have the passports. So that's like quadruple, 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 quadruple. Something could be 3 times the benefit, okay, with this death in reverse. And karma at work. We got karma at work out here. We saw the card, right? Investigators, collective. We saw the card. Karma at work. Okay? No. The only challenge, and it's really not a challenge, it's just part of their process. The only thing that you have to be aware of here is that being an American citizen, you can only stay in the country for so long, and then you have to do what's called a visa run, which generally takes a couple of hours. Okay, so you have to leave the country, exit the country, get your passport re-stamped, and then come back into the country. Okay, there are expats here who've lived here for 10, 20, 30 years. And that's what they do, okay? Unless they marry someone who's a native, okay? And they have YouTube channels, okay? If you search living in Southeast Asia, or living in Vietnam, or living in Malaysia, or living in Thailand, or living in Philippines, okay? You have there are tons of videos and expats who share their expertise, okay? On US expats coming here, and they've been here for years. But you do have to do those visa runs, okay? And every country has a different length of stay that you can stay. So for instance, I'm in Vietnam. You can stay in Vietnam as a US citizen without a passport. I mean, without a visa, not a pass. You need your passport. Let me correct that. You need your passport. You need your passport everywhere. But without a visa, you can stay in Vietnam for up to 90 days, okay? But before that 90th day, you need to exit the country, okay? And get your passport renewed and come back into the country. And again, there are buses that'll take you to Cambodia or take you to Laos, okay? And that takes less than 24 hours and you're right back in the country. You know what I mean? So it's a quick turnaround. You can fly out of the country, fly back into the country, same day, easy turnaround. That's the only challenge. If I would say there's a challenge. Yes, Thailand, same way. Thailand, same way. And Thailand's very good. I enjoy Thailand, okay? The dollar goes further in Vietnam. But Thailand is great. The people are wonderful. The people are fantastic, okay, in Thailand. Okay, but your dollar goes further in Vietnam. Okay, so we have the death in reverse. Okay, relocation and Chadwick. Okay, relocation and Chadwick. Yeah, karma everywhere. Karma, dharma, everywhere, okay? Oh, awesome. I've never been to Okinawa. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Japan, yeah. I definitely hope to go to Japan. I hope to get to Japan one day, okay? During this time, okay, and journey and chapter in my life or another. It could be at some point down the road, okay? Secrets being revealed Okay, secrets being revealed on one side of the Queen of Swords. Secrets being revealed. So now that these individuals, whoever they are around the world, whoever they are, now that they're no longer protected by their ancestors, okay, with this Queen of Swords in reverse, now that they're no longer protected by their ancestors, the truth is coming out. We have Poland and Romania. Roman, Ramon, Romania, Poland, someone's Polish, okay? Someone could be a pole dancer, a pole dancer. Shake what your mama gave you, shake what your mama gave you, shake what your mama gave you, shake what your mama gave you. All right, so shake what your mama gave you. Someone could be a pole dancer, but again, Poland, Romania, Roman, Ramon. Okay. Secrets being revealed, okay, about somebody who's a stripper, okay? You are worth more, baby. Let me just tell you this right now if you're tuning in, okay? If you're tuning in. If you're tuning in, belly dancer, okay? That's a little hypnotic, okay? A belly dancer, that's a hypnotic, you know what I mean? That's extremely popular in South America. I said South America at one point when I meant to say Southeast Asia. So belly dancers are extremely popular in South America, specifically Brazil, okay? What is the big celebration? What is the big celebration in Brazil? Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, sweet Gail, okay? We should all only be shaking our root chakra for one being on this planet, okay? We should all be shaking our root chakra for only one being on this planet. Right. So, yeah. Oh, shit. Look, I'm looking down and it's just sitting here staring at me in the face. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. Look at that right there. Stealing sacral energy. Look at that. So, if you are a pole dancer, okay? Oh, yeah, you see that? It was just sitting right here on top of the stack. It's just right there. It's just right there. So, if you are a pole dancer, okay, you are a stripper, let me tell you how valuable you are, okay? You are worth so much more than that, okay? You are worth so much more than that. Okay, so much more than that. That is a confirmation for shaking your root chakra. Okay, shaking your root chakra. All right. So, Tupac sang about it. I think we got Tupac's energy out here earlier. If maybe that was in the first part of the reading before I had to go. All right, to the esoteric conversation. Okay, but Tupac. Okay. You wonder why we call you bitch. You wonder why we call you bitch. Look here, Miss Thing, hate to salt your game, but you's a money hungry hoe and you need to change. In the locker room, all the homies did was laugh, high fives, cause another nigga played your ass. Even said you was easy, even sleazy, sleeping around for what you need. Now it's your thing and you can shake it how you wanna. Give it up free and make your money on the corner. Okay? But don't be mad when they call your names. Okay? Don't be mad. You're worth more than that. You are better than a stripper. Okay? You are better than that. Whoever needs to hear that. We got Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. capital. Washington, D.C. Washington or D.C. Someone's initials, D.C. Could be D.C. Washington, okay? D.C. Washington, okay? So, Charles Washington, George Washington, Washington, Harold Washington, Washington, D.C. Something about the Capitol, investigators, President Trump, okay? That is on one side of the Seven of Pentacles. This came out in the upright. Your last lifetime was in the 1800s. The only way you would know this or get a confirmation of this, okay, is if you were to speak with Archangel Metatron, that's Enoch and the keeper of the Akashic Records, or you gained access to your Akashic Records, okay? For someone in this energy, your last lifetime was in the 1800s, okay? And you were hard at work then, and you're hard at work today with the Seven of Pentacles. King Charles is a cross-dresser. Wow. Yeah. I am definitely one for a fedora, you know. I'm definitely one that could sport a fedora. I had a couple of them when I was a tax accountant, okay? I'm definitely one. Yeah, I'm good for that. Yep, I'm good for that. Next. We got Chester, okay? Cheesy, Cheetos, okay? Cheetos, okay? Definitely one of the few chips, okay, that if I was to indulge in chips and eat like that, it would be Cheetos, would be up there. Cheetos would be up there. Chester, Cheetos, okay? Chester could be a molester, okay? Chester. Could be something hidden in a chest of drawers, okay? Investigators, there could be something hidden in a chest of drawers, okay? You know, a chest of drawers, okay? Furniture, okay? Bedroom, Chester. Chester, one side of the sword, Five of Swords energy, okay? So Chester is stuck in some way, or Chester could be the investigator, okay? PI or agent investigating your case, Chester, okay? Chester, and we got Lucifer. So Chester could be Lucifer. I said Chester the molester. Yeah. All right. So I said Chester the molester. That's a satanic energy. That is a Luciferian energy. Okay. Chester the molester. Okay. Again, there's a Chester out here in the world, okay, who is stuck. We have the passports, which I've mentioned a couple of times. We have passports, okay? Passports. We have Terry, Aaron, and Kimberly. Terry, Aaron, and Kimberly, okay? Terry, Aaron, and Kimberly, okay? And Troy. T names are extremely significant. We got Tyreek. We got Terry. We got... what was the other names? There were some other T names that came out here. Confirmation, okay? So Terry, Troy, Aaron. Aaron could be E-R-I-N, okay? Passports. Okay? So they could be traveling together. Terry and Aaron could be traveling together. Chester and Kimberly could be traveling together. Kimberly and Terry could be traveling together. Kimberly and Tyreek could be traveling together. Okay? Any of that, investigators and collective, any of that. Okay? There are plenty of popular Terrys out there. Terry Crews, Terry Owens. Okay? Plenty of them. Okay? Aaron. Plenty of Aarons out there that are popular. Troy, okay? A person or the country. Territory, Troy. Troy, okay? Kimberly could be out there shaking her root chakra. Aaron could be out there shaking their root chakra. Terry could be out there shaking their root chakra. Terry is a unisex name, okay? Terry is a unisex name. Also, so is Kim, okay? There are male Kims and female Kims, male Aarons, female Aarons, okay? So there's something about that, okay? There's something about that. Happy Lunar New Year. Yeah, those are very common names. Again, that's why you have to use your intuition, okay? Very common names, okay? On the sack of boop, okay? We have you are dealing with a sociopath. Someone with antisocial personality disorder. And we got Jelly Bean, okay? I talk so much about Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant, okay? I've had more dreams with Kobe in it, me and him talking, than I have any other celebrity this lifetime, okay? I've had more dreams with me and Kobe Bryant talking in it, okay? One dream we played one-on-one, you know, I had a broken finger in that dream. That was interesting, okay? I had a broken finger in the dream that I had with Kobe. When he challenged me, we played one-on-one, we were just clowning around. He obviously could take me with no problem, okay? I would never claim to be able to beat Kobe Bryant in that lifetime in basketball. How foolish of me would that be, okay? That's what the enemy did to you, okay? You were the Mamba, or you were the Mambacita, okay? And they were like, you know what? We could beat them. Let's do some witchcraft. You know what? We can beat them. Let's do some moon magic. But they didn't know. They didn't know. When you transition from the 8 to the 24, they didn't know. When you transitioned from the 8 to the 24 and became 888, that's 24, they didn't know. And then you busted out your Mamba mug. When you busted out the Mamba mug, they were like, whoa, they didn't know. They didn't know you had it in you. They didn't know. They didn't know. But when you turn Mambacita on their ass, so there you go. Okay? And again, Jelly Bean. Okay? So jelly beans, okay? That's right, Sarah. That's right, Sarah. Sarai, Sarah. That's right. The original spelling of Sarah was S-A-R-A-I. That's the original spelling of Sarah, okay? And somebody out here is a sociopath, okay? Anti-personality disorder, okay? Antisocial personality disorder is a lying sack of poo-poo, okay? A lying sack of poo-poo. Okay? On the lovers that you're going to have a choice for or about, okay? On the lovers, high vibrational empress, emperor, okay? High priest, high priestess, okay? You are going to have a choice in love. Again, your spiritual filters to determine which one, okay? Budapest, Buddha, shout out to that ascended master, Buddha, okay? Again, we deal with all 197 countries on this planet, okay? Not everything is associated with the country that you live in or the country you are from. We have Budapest, lovers, and we have Theodore. Theodore Huxtable. Someone's parents is a doctor and a lawyer. Okay? Theo. I said the last woman that I dated is a pediatric nephrologist. Okay? A child kidney doctor. That's her occupation. A children's kidney doctor. Last person I dated in 2022. Celibate and single since. Okay? So, Theodore Huxtable, doctor, lawyer, Budapest. Could be something about Hungary as well. Okay, those two go together in my mind. Okay, Budapest and Hungary, those two go together. Okay, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender times 5,000 with vengeance and a sword. All water magic, divine source. On the Two of Pentacles, okay, Two of Pentacles, we have your 10th chakra, okay, your 10th chakra. Some of you could be so awakened at this point to where you have now accessed your 10th chakra. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 10th. Give me just one moment, okay? Give me just one moment, everyone. All right, we're back. All right. On the other side of this Two of Pentacles, as I was getting a look down, and it says TransFem or transfemale. Okay. So again, we have CrossDresser out here. So we have CrossDresser, trans female. Okay, we're going to read about your 10th chakra here in a moment. Okay, again, okay, you have 114 of these and 72,000 neti frequencies, a part of your neti network or your natty network, however you want to say it, NADI, natty network, okay, or natis network, 72,000, okay, 36,000, okay, of these neti frequencies and energies are on the left side of your body and 36,000 on the right side of your body. For those of you who are interested, we are going to be having our first spiritual class that is going to be on alchemy, and we will be speaking about your natty network and your 114 chakras and how this makes up a lot of your spiritual body, your frequency. Okay? We will be speaking on that. Okay? Oh, don't move that card. Okay? 10th chakra. Okay? And again, this came out in reverse. Okay? So there's a trans female out here. Okay? Who is out of balance. Okay? Changing your dick to a vagina, your vagina to a dick does throw off your energy. It does. Okay? And it does it permanently, Divine just said. Okay? And it does it permanently. Whoa, whoa, Isabella. Whoa, okay. So, I'm not aware of any trans energy that I've dealt with this lifetime. I'm not aware of any. Okay? They could be. I could have met them. Okay? They could be a part of someone's family. Okay? But, yeah, let's find out about your 10th chakra. Okay? And that energy that's in reverse with that trans individual. 10th chakra. 10th chakra. Let's take a look and read what it is. Take a look. Okay. Read a little bit. Okay. The 10th chakra is a transpersonal energy center, often called the universal chakra, okay, or earth lung, located up here. 10th chakra. You have your 7th chakra here on the crown, okay, 8, 9, 10, okay? Connecting personal consciousness to cosmic energy and nature. Positioned above the head, okay? It bridges individual, earthly, and divine realms, facilitating oneness, creation, and harmony. Okay? Other names often referred or reference to the 10th chakra, universal chakra, solar star. Okay? Universal chakra, solar star. Okay? So again, some of you are tapped into that universal chakra at this time. Okay? And I'm wanting to say congratulations. Okay? Congratulations. Congratulations. On the High Emperor, somebody said they love Japan, and we got Japan out here. Somebody said they love Japan, and we got Japan. So Japanese energy, okay? This lifetime Japanese, previous lifetime Japanese, Japan on the High Priestess. Okay? This High Priestess did, Isabella, right? So we have I was speaking to somebody, I don't know if they're still listening. I was speaking to somebody, right? And I said to them, it was in an esoteric conversation, and I said, you could have been their father in a past life, or you could have been their mother in a past life. Okay? Talking about their earthly parents. So we have reincarnation of child as your parent. Okay? Reincarnation of child as your parent. Oh, interesting, Isabella. Okay. Reincarnation of child as your parent. Okay. So this lifetime, they gave birth to you. In a previous lifetime, you gave birth to them. Or if you were a male in that lifetime, you were a part of giving birth to them. And we got Japan. Okay. Japanese ancestry. Japanese ancestry. Okay. That could have been in the 1800s. We have your last lifetime was in the 1800s. That card did come out. So in the 1800s, you could have been Japanese. Okay? I'm getting some type of linguist energy. Linguist. We have Coast Guard. Okay? We have Coast Guard. I'm going to show you this card because the Lovers came out here. Okay, normally, I can't say normally I wouldn't show it, but normally I wouldn't expound on this. Okay. So again, that could be a local doctor. That could be the mayor. That could be the governor. That could be a congressman, congresswoman. Okay. Someone who's known generally fairly well. Okay? This doesn't have to be Hollywood. This doesn't have to be Taylor Dane. Okay? This doesn't have to be Kenny Chesney. I'm getting Kenny and Chesney. This doesn't have to be Kenny Chesney level of celebrity status. Okay? So, some type of celebrity. Again, a doctor is a local celebrity. An attorney is a local celebrity. A sheriff is a local celebrity. A deputy is a local celebrity. Okay? Okay? So on the occult, we have this. You can put anybody's name here you want to. Okay? You can put anybody's name here that you want to. This says that individual is evil, demonic, and karmically possessed. Okay? So someone who has an X in their name, someone whose name starts with an X is the uniqueness of that name, okay? So, I think, oh, yep, that's it, okay? So, let's go ahead and summarize it. Let's go ahead and summarize it, okay? Where are we doing time? Do you know something that's interesting, sweet Gail? Okay. My senior year of no, the year I graduated high school, like that summer, Shaquille O'Neal was drafted by the Orlando Magic, and we live in Orlando, Florida, and he bought a house in the Dr. Phillips area, okay? Built a house, big old house, in the Dr. Phillips area of Orlando, Florida, and he, at that time, lived right up the street from us. At that time. That's not irony. That's some type of coincidence. And yet it's not. Okay? Isn't that funny? So, Shaq energy out here, okay? All right? And I do say this with love, okay? Let's look up his big ass information. Let's look up his big ass. Let's look up his big ass information. Let's look up Shaquille O'Neal for synchronicity. All right? All right? 4-time NBA champion, 4-time NBA champion, okay? Shaquille Rashawn O'Neal. We got Navy out here. His father was in the military. I think Army, okay? So Shaquille Rashawn O'Neal, born 3-6. So we got Taylor Dane born 3-7 and Shaquille O'Neal born 3-6. 3-7, 3-6. Piscean energy, a Pisces, a Pisces. You could be meeting a Pisces, okay? You could be a Pisces. He is a celebrity, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, okay? Yeah. Born in Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey. Okay. I mentioned Orlando. He was drafted by the Orlando. Also, Isabella, Florida. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah. Shaquille, the big boy O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, so someone could be tall, okay, him or her. There are tall females. Okay? Okay, or taller than average females, okay? Yeah, Boston, Massachusetts. He also won his 4th championship in Miami. So Florida again, Miami Heat with Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade goes both ways. Dwayne Wade, D Wade goes both ways. Goes both ways. Gabrielle Union puts up with that shit. D Wade goes both ways. Okay. Yep. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and summarize this psychic investigation reading. And again, the channel is changing. Divine Sources leading me to mention that now. Yeah. Okay. If you would like to be, dare I say this, dare I say this. If you would like to be a part of that alchemy class, that is going to be next Sunday. Okay? That alchemy class is going to be next Sunday. All right? She chooses to stay. She chooses to stay with him. And she knows, but she chooses to stay with him. Like, I don't know, you know, that that's Gabrielle Union, okay? She can definitely get a different man, okay? Again, and I don't know Gabrielle's vibration. I don't know her frequency. I don't know her spiritual journey. I do know Gabrielle is a masculine female energy, okay? Gabrielle is a masculine feminine energy. She's a bossy kind of woman. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But Gabrielle is a bossy kind of woman, okay? That's the kind of energy that she is, okay? Oh yeah, she did. Come on, sweet Gail. She absolutely knew. She absolutely knew. Yeah, she can. But in order for that to happen, she would have to see herself better. She would have to see herself better and see herself deserving better. She would have to see that. She would have to see that. So if you would like to be a part of, and I am hesitant to say this, but if you would like to be a part of the alchemy class that Divine is leading me to teach, and again, that's going to be Sunday, okay? Yeah, Gabrielle has that energy. Like Angela Bassett in Waiting to Exhale, Gabrielle Union will put all your shit in your car and set it on fire. Gabrielle has that type of masculine energy, that type of energy. Okay? Gabrielle Union has that type of energy. Okay? That type of energy. Yeah. She would she would burn the house down. She has that type of energy. She does. Yep. But yes, so if you would like to be a part of that alchemy class, that is going to be conducted via Zoom. Oh shit, Isabella. All right. Oh, okay, Isabella. So someone comes to you and they're honest. And again, I appreciate your honesty, Isabella. Okay. But men, women, somebody come to you, okay, and you are interviewing them, okay, for a love ship, okay, and they would be like, yep, I'd burn a house down. I wouldn't pick that individual. Okay. I'm just telling you. Because despite all that's been done to me, okay, my first wife left me for the man that I thought was my father in 1998. I didn't burn his house down. Okay? I told him that I would, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Okay? And she told him that I told him that, by the way. When I was serving our country, serving the United States, okay, overseas in the military, okay? I didn't burn his house down. I could have went 3 miles up the road and burnt down this karmic Scorpio's house, okay, the karmic twin flame. I could have burned her house down, okay? I didn't. It was only 3 miles from my house when I lived in Florida, but I didn't, okay? So, probably, okay? Probably when you're in it, you know what I'm saying? Probably when you're in it, okay? Again, as angry as I got, okay, once I realized what was going on in my journey in Florida, I still did not do anything violent towards any of them, even though I wanted to. So, yep, she did. She left me. She left me. Okay, we were 4 months apart. Okay, she left me and went with the polygamist warlock who was serving a 40 to 60 year prison sentence if he's not dead already. Okay, since 2014. She left me for him in 1998. So, yeah. Right? So, I keep forgetting. If you would like to be a part of that alchemist class, okay, and learning about the 72,000 Netty network, okay, Nettis network, and the 144 chakras in your body, how to activate them, what they all do, okay, and how they work through you and around you, your spirit energy, you can send an email to Nehrupatah, NEHRUPTAH at Gmail. That's NEHRUPTAH at gmail.com. Don't get with the woman that holds the matches. It doesn't, but I'd be lying if I didn't say it brought some level of gratification. Okay? Violence doesn't, right? Two wrongs don't make it right. I understand that. But it definitely brings some temporary gratification, even though you might get your ass locked up. You know what I'm saying? Even though you might get arrested. It does bring some temporary gratification. But we're not here for temporary gratification. We have to rise above that. Okay? And in my life, I hope that I've demonstrated that, okay? That despite the anger, despite the rage, I still was able to walk away. Did I yell, scream, cuss, fuss? Absolutely. Numerous times. But I did not let that take over me. Okay? So, summing up this psychic investigation reading, someone out here, okay? Celebrity energy, and again, that doesn't have to be Hollywood celebrity, okay? Okay? Someone's a demonic, demon possessed out here, okay? This might not have been what they were when you met them, but through the karmic things that they've done to you and now the backfires and the protection that Most High, Divine provides for you and your ancestors, now they are possessed. They could need psychiatric help, okay? Psychiatric help. We have Japan. We have reincarnation of child as parent. We have a trans female energy out here. Okay. We have your 10th chakra, okay, which deals with your spiritual consciousness and the earth, okay? Spiritual consciousness and earth, okay? You reaching there, you being there already, okay? Or this is the next level for you, okay? This is the next level for you. This is the next grade, okay? 10th grade. This is the next grade for you. You could have met your karmic in the 10th grade, your karmic twin, your karmic lover, one of your karmic lovers. You could have met them in the 10th grade. We have Budapest. We have Theodore. Theodore, okay? Show them the door, okay? Show them the door. We got Jelly Bean. Oh, let me ask this question on Jelly Bean, just for conversation. I like dialogue, okay? I like a participative audience, okay? So let me ask you a question here, okay, as I go through the rest of these, okay? What's your favorite jelly bean flavor? I have to think about that for myself for a minute. Everyone tuning in, what is your favorite jelly bean flavor? Ooh. I knew somebody was going to say licorice. Ooh. I knew someone was going to say licorice. Yeah, I have to, give me a second. I'm really going to have to think about that. Someone, okay? Investigators has antisocial personality disorder. Okay. We have Troy, probably watermelon. Watermelon is probably my favorite jelly bean flavor. Watermelon. Watermelon. Okay? Pay no attention to the dumbasses. Pay no attention to the dumbasses. Okay? I don't even respond. I just delete them. Pay no attention to the dumbasses. Okay? So we have Terry, Aaron, Terry, male or female. All of these are unisex names. So we have trans female out here. Okay? Terry, Ann, Terry, Aaron. Okay? We have Chester. Okay? We have Lucifer. Yeah, just dumbasses. Rita, just dumbasses. Okay? Just delete them. I don't, confirmation horn honks, I just block them. You know what I'm saying? Block the stupid asses. Okay? Your last lifetime was in the 1800s for some of you. Washington, D.C., something about the American Washington, D.C. territory. Washington, D.C. is not a state. It is in Virginia. Washington, D.C., District of Columbia, Bogota, Colombia, Bogota. Someone stealing sacral energy, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender on all sacral energy attacks. Pronto. Confirmation burp. Pronto. Return to sender, any and all sacral energy blocks. Okay? May their wiener never rise again. Return to sender on all sacral energy attacks. May their cooch never wet again. Return to sender on all sacral energy blocks. May their wiener never rise again. Return to sender on all sacral energy blocks. May their cooch never moisten again outside of pissing. We have Poland and Romania, okay? Ramon, okay? Ramon, Poland. Yeah, it is, okay? Yeah, it is, Angel, okay? Yeah, it is, Angel. Next Sunday, okay? Okay? At 8 p.m., okay? On 222 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So use New York as a reference point for time. New York. So if you're in Australia, what time is it in New York at 8 o'clock? What time is it in Australia when it's 8 o'clock p.m. in New York? If you're in Florida, what time is it in Florida? Okay? Well, Florida is Eastern Time. Never mind. That's a bad example. If you're in California, okay? What time is it in California when it's 8 p.m. on the East Coast? Okay? Or wherever you happen to be in the world, okay? Eastern Standard Time, U.S., 8 p.m. next Sunday, 222. If you would, again, like to be a part of that, send me an email. I'm reluctant to put my email address out there again. That's why I canceled Esoteric Conversations. Nehrupatah, NEHRUPTAH @gmail. Okay? Poland and Romania. Someone's Polish, someone's Romanian. We have secrets being revealed, investigators. Secrets being revealed to you through this channel and others. I'm not the Chad and Chadwick. Also getting Chandler. Okay? Chadwick. Chad, Something about a relocation. We did get passport energy out here, okay? We have the passport card out here, and we have the Eight of Wands, okay? So we have both of these out here. Where's the Eight of Wands? Oh, there it is, okay? So we have both of these out here representing. Eight of Wands could be communication too, but it also could represent travel. So we have both of these come out here, okay? Both of them come out here. Handler, yeah, right? We have the cross-dresser. Someone said King Charles is a cross-dresser. Confirmation horn honks. Someone said King Charles is a cross-dresser. Must be. We got horn honks. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. Shaq living down the street from me at one point. Shaq now living down the street from someone else in this energy. Not a coincidence. Hello, Tammy. Doing great. We are summarizing this. We are closing out this psychic investigation reading. Karma is at work. And if karma is at work, Dharma must be at work. If karma is at work, Dharma must be at work. We have the names Tangi, Terrell, and Tyreek. Okay. Tangi, Terrell, Tyreek. Your best friend is your worst friend. Some of you need to rearrange your social media. Some of you need to rearrange your social media. Go through there and start unfollowing, unfollow, 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 unfriend, 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 delete, block, delete, block. Some of you need to do it on your social media. Your best friend is your worst friend. Got caterpillar to the butterfly, baby. 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 We have Navy. So some military. It doesn't have to be Navy. Okay. Some military, something around the world. Okay. All countries have some type of militant force, I believe. Okay. Corrupt legal actions. Corrupt legal actions. Okay. Corrupt legal actions. We got fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Shout out to all the Aquarians in your birthday season. Shout out to you. And again, a very special shout out, okay, to my prom queen, Carrie Lan Fong, ascended on 12/6. 5 months exactly after my kidney transplant. She was born in Illinois. I was born in Illinois this lifetime. Okay. She was born in Oak Lawn, Illinois. I was born in Joliet, Illinois. So they say. Okay. Both of us went through major medical situations. Okay. She dealt with, I think, liver failure, liver. And then she was a cancer survivor, okay, dealt with cancer, I want to say 4 years, okay? And I am a kidney transplant recipient, okay, after 4.5 years of dialysis due to witchcraft, caused a rare autoimmune virus, not a common one, a rare, Carrie Underwood, a rare autoimmune virus that's typically only shown in men 65 and older and in the Middle East. 65 and older in the Middle East. And this autoimmune virus has only been detected by medical professionals since 2010. I was diagnosed in 2013. 3 years later, that's like finding a cure for chickenpox last year. Or discovering chickenpox, not a cure, discovering chickenpox last year. That's that new. Okay, there is no man-made cure or solution to that autoimmune virus. Still till this day, there is no cure for what's called IgG4 nephropathy. IgG4 nephropathy. I take no medications today. including anti-rejection meds. I take nothing, and I haven't for more than 2 years. Okay? Complete healing. Complete healing for this healer. Complete healing. That's only through my obedience. James, Jimmy, Jim, Jimbo, okay? Jimbo Fisher, okay? Cleveland, the place or a name, Cleveland, Drew, Carrie, there's another Carrie. Somebody said Carrie Underwood. Drew, Carrie from Cleveland, Ohio. McMillan. Oh, no doubt. Okay. Egyptian shamanic bloodline. No doubt. And Nehru is Indian. Okay. My great grandmother gave me that name. Nehru is Indian. She was from India. So no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. And not a past life, this life. It could be also a past life, but this life, this lifetime. This lifetime. Okay? Oh, Macmillan Publishing Company. Oh, yeah. And Macmillan is a mom's maiden name. That's right, Tammy. Okay? So long as we're obedient, we do what we're needing to do to be spiritually protected. Okay? Don't be one that cries wolf. Okay? You see what Tammy put? Don't be one that cries wolf. Okay? But you're not doing what divine asks you to. So if you need to heal your bloodline of pulmonary cardiovascular disease or something, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm not a medical doctor. You need to heal your bloodline of something, okay? Divine sources guide from alcoholism, but you won't put the bottle down. Don't go crying when your liver fails. Don't go crying when your liver fails, because you're one who cries wolf, but you knew what to do and you chose not to. So don't be one of those. Protection only happens when you're obedient. Protection only happens when you're obedient. Okay? There is grace and mercy. There is grace and mercy, but that runs out at a time. Okay? That's why in my Father's house are many mansions. Okay? Not in my Father's house everybody gets a mansion. In my Father's house are many mansions. Not in my Father's house everybody gets a mansion. Okay? Some people are going to end up with outhouses. Okay? Some people are going to end up with outhouses. Spiritual scientists? I don't know. Okay? I don't know, Angel. That seems like a rather dumbass question to me, Angel, to be honest with you. Okay? That seems like a rather dumbass question. Okay? It's not too late to delete you off this channel. I only got 3 more cards to go, Angel. It's not too late to delete your ass off this channel and block you forever. It's not too late. It's not too late, Angel. Okay? It's not too late. Relocation? Why would you ask a question like, what happens to liars? What do you think happens to liars? What do you think? You think divine source honors liars? What do you think happens to them? Okay? Common sense is not common, people. Common sense is not common. Angel doesn't have common sense, apparently. Common sense is not common. Angel eyes. The name Brian. Say no. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. This is the Real Psychic Investigators. We investigate crimes on all 197 continents on this planet. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. My name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial earth angel, a light worker, and Gaia beacon. I don't say it just to say it. There are pictures posted in the community tab of these on this channel that says I am extraterrestrial. You don't have to believe me. Go look at the picture. Again, very special shout out to Carrie Lynn Fong's energy and her spiritual bloodline. Thank you so much, Carrie, for all that you do for me on the other side. Okay, if you are not back here in the 3D yet in some form, then I hope to reconnect with you at some point before my time is up here on my 10th and final journey here. Thank you so much for all of you that have tuned in, all of you that are becoming regular listeners, okay? Thank you so much to all of our new subscribers. Our newest subscriber is 216 Aqua, okay? Shout out to 216 Aqua, okay? Thank you so much again. As a reminder, I need to read these. I just looked down here, okay? Angel numbers. We first started out angel numbers. Divine said we're on the precipice, okay? Angel numbers, okay? Thank you, okay? Thank you, all right? So we have a wish come true. You're in for a lucky break. There's no such thing as luck. Again, it's obedience. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence because nothing is a coincidence. It is a gift from fate. 11:11. And again, for those of you who were not tuned in at that time, Divine Source said, look at the clock. I looked over at the clock. I looked up there at the clock. Normally, I'm looking at the comments. And it was 11:11. Confirmation. Just confirmation. So 9999, okay, for lessons learned. Lessons learned. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder, okay, to maintain optimism and drive toward your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. And that's a wish come true. Again, remind us all that we're all on different timelines, okay? Similar journeys, upright beings, but different timelines, okay? So, this is what is in line for you if you stay the course, okay? I remember when I was listening to tarot heavily. I haven't listened to a tarot or oracle reading on YouTube in days. It probably might have been a week already. I have not listened to an oracle reading on YouTube in a minute because I don't need to, okay? So when you get to that point, release it. Even if it's this channel, when you get to that point, release it. Thank you for bringing them to my attention, okay? Thank you so much for bringing them to my attention, Kentrell, because I didn't notice them. They dumbass, okay? Thank you for bringing them to my attention. I was like, who is she saying, or who is he saying, get out of here to? I was like, oh, that dumbass. Oh, that dumbass. So thank you, okay? Again, it never ceases to amaze me. Okay? Never ceases to amaze me. One thing that I learned many things in the military. One thing that I learned in the military right away in basic training right away is that every platoon has a Gomer pile. Every platoon has a Gomer pile. Okay? The one who doesn't shine their shoes, shine their boots, the one who comes out to formation every day with a wrinkled ass uniform, every platoon has a Gomer pile. Every platoon. So every city has karmics, every town has karmics, every state has karmics, every political party has karmics, Republicans have karmics, Democrats have karmics, independents have karmics. Every karmics. Gomer piles. Every. Navy, Army, Air Force, Coast Guard, Marines, Royal Navy, okay, Royal Canadian Police, police officers, deputies, sheriffs, Investigators, FBI, CIA, DEA, Interpol, they all have karmics. They all have Gurmal piles. They all of them have fuck ups a part of their organization. All of them. Okay? Oh, Divine wants me to remind us again, for this love thing, okay? For this love thing, people, if you have many options, okay, the energy spoke to having a couple of options, use your discernment, okay? Don't go with somebody just because of their status, because you will get burned. Don't go with somebody just because of their status. You will get burned. Don't go with somebody just because of the money they got. You will get burned. You will get burned. Don't go with somebody just because of their looks. You will get burned. You will get burned. Sexually, spiritually, you will get burned. This is a heads up. This is a warning. Okay? This is a warning. What's your question, Tammy? Oh, no worries. What's your question? Okay. I'll be ordering lunch here when I get off live. I'll be ordering some lunch. Okay. It is 12:30. Just turned 12:31. Okay. Just turned 12:31. So that's 331. Okay. 331. Just turned 12:31. That's 331. Just waiting for Tammy's question. Maybe Divine wants something else to go on. Okay, we're talking about Shaq. I see NBA out here. We're talking about Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, born 3'6". Taylor Dayne, born 3'7". Okay, NBA, National Basketball Association, or Natasha Benningfield. I believe her middle name is Ann. Natasha Ann Benningfield, the singer. I'm doing research on my family history. My dad just passed. Peace and comfort, okay? And I'm searching for names. Oh, okay, family roots. Okay. What is your, wait, you said, which am I less to do this? That might be a mistype, okay? Oh, which my great-great-grandfather. You might want to retype the question, Tammy. I'll give you a moment. Okay, then I'll go. Okay? Get it together, Tammy. Somebody could be looking at you saying, get it together, Tammy. Get it together, John. Get it together, Sarah. Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. Somebody could be saying, get it together, Tammy. Get it together. I don't know, Eric. I'm not sure what Tammy's question is, so we'll move on. We'll move on, okay? Okay. So I'll answer this question and I'll go. I have a lot of patience today. As you can see, I have a lot of patience today. Again, as a reminder, I met my first Buddhist teacher here in Vietnam last night and celebrated the Chinese New Year with them. I was invited. I was invited. I was invited to spend some time with a Buddhist teacher and the family that owns the hotel, okay, that I am staying at, okay? We enjoyed fruit, some chai tea, conversation. My first Buddhist teacher I met here, okay, less than 24 hours ago. Yeah, I am being extremely patient at this time, sweet Gail. You've been here long enough to know. Typically, I don't sit around. I don't wait. Typically, I do not wait. So Tammy couldn't get her question together. I don't know where Tammy went. You know, I don't know. Maybe Tammy's just fucking around. I don't know. I don't know. Right? Maybe Tammy's just fucking around. Okay. So, originally, okay, Illinois, at least that's what I believe, okay, Illinois, then Florida, military for 8 years, okay, then Arizona after I began my job experience and gave my Mercedes motorcycle and everything that I owned away to answer your question, Kentrell, and now I am in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, all right? I would like to know if any names comes to mind. Oh, so I do not do esoteric conversations, which people generally call personal readings, okay? I close those out because there were karmics everywhere. Karmics everywhere. My pleasure, Kentrell. You're worth it, okay? My pleasure. So I do not do personal whatevers anymore. I call those esoteric conversations, okay? Yeah, Tammy. Somebody's on your phone. Somebody's tapped into your phone, okay? They be buzzing in, okay, when you come on these lives. Somebody be buzzing in, okay? So, for many of you that are asking these questions, okay, if you meditate, okay, again, I have extreme patience at this time, but if you meditate, your ancestors will answer these questions for you, okay? You're wondering if this person has anything, this message, you're wondering what I read, you're wondering all of that, okay? You know why I don't watch oracles today on YouTube? Because I get all the answers from my own meditations. You know what I mean? So, and again, when you're guided to stop watching this channel, stop watching this channel, okay? That's how honest I am. That's how transparent I am. When you're guided to stop watching this channel, stop watching this channel, okay? I understand the confirmation. There's nothing wrong with the confirmation, okay? Okay? So, take care. Take care, sweet Gail. Thank you so much for all the energy you bring. Thank you so much. Be well. Sleep well. Okay? So, where are we at here? Oh, Eric, okay? Your mom, Shirley, okay? Your mom, Shirley, okay? Shirley Richardson. I'm going to take one stack. Shirley Richardson, Divine Source. We have Eric asking about his mother, okay? If nothing comes out here that resonates for you, Eric, then you are either a liar or you are karmic, okay? If nothing comes out here, that's how confident I am in my spiritual abilities, okay? So if nothing comes out here for you, you are either a liar or you are karmic. That's how confident I am, and that's how strong my empathic and psychic gifts are. So hold on to your seat, Eric. And I hope you're a truth speaker, okay? And truth seeker. I hope so. Okay? So Divine Source, Spirit of Richard, or excuse me, spirit of Shirley Richardson, mother of Eric this lifetime, who has asked this question. We invite you in, Shirley. Is there anything that you would like to share with Eric? Anything that you would like to reveal to Eric? Anything that you would like to show him through the cards? I will shuffle the stack one time, the deck one time through, and then we will use them amongst the 4 stacks that I have separated out here. Okay? So, again, let's find out, Eric. Shirley Richardson, spirit of Shirley Richardson. Okay, let me shuffle this stack, those cards. Let me shuffle the stack, just to be clear, okay? Just to be clear, let me shuffle the stack, or the deck. I keep saying stack, okay? Shuffle it one time. Shuffle it 2 times. You're once, twice, 3 times a lady. Someone could be looking at you like you're once, twice, 3 times a lady or a man. Somebody could be looking at you like you're once, twice, 3 times the man they ever had, 3 times the lady they ever had, okay? Somebody could be looking at you like that, okay? Somebody could be looking at you like, wow, I had 3 husbands and none of they sorry asses measured up to you. I had 3 wives, 4 wives, none of they sorry asses measured up to you. You are divine. Somebody could be looking at you like that, collective. Okay? Emperor, Empress. Okay? Shirley Richardson. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords energy out here. Knight of Swords. A combative energy, a fire starter. Okay? Eric, a fire starter. Okay? I don't know what your mother's energy was when she was here. Was your mother a vindictive woman, Eric? Answer in the chat, Eric. Was your mother a vindictive woman? And don't lie just because she's not here, okay? Don't lie because she's not here. What type of energy was Shirley Richardson, Eric? Hello, Decree. What type of energy was your mama when she was here, Eric? Don't lie. Don't lie, okay? Was she religious? Okay, and that's not a fault of hers. Was she religious, like went to church on Sundays? Was she religious? Okay, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to get clarity on who she was here in the spirit. Okay, was she religious? No, thank you so much. Okay, all right. So, oh shit, there's a card on the floor. Oh, okay. It's the 2 of Pentacles. It must have fell out when I was picking up the cards. Eric. So we have 4 cards out here. I said we have 4 stacks, okay? I'm going to place each of these cards in the stack, okay? Share with you what they are. Shirley Richardson, spirit of Eric's mother, who's asking these questions. What do you and your ancestors want to share with Eric at this time? Eric, where are you from? Where are you from and where are you currently? Where are you from and where are you currently? If it's a different state. Thank you so much for your gratitude. Peace and love to you. Okay? Yeah, probably not. You're right. He might not. Okay? But I would. Okay? Judy's a lying sack of shit. You know what I'm saying? I would. Okay? I would. I would. Okay? I talked to her like that when I did communicate with her. You know what I'm saying? I would let her know exactly how I feel. I was like that when I was in communication with her. Oh, okay. Selma, Alabama. What county is that? Okay. What county is that? And is that where you were born? Ooh, ooh. I was singing a Lionel Richie song and Lionel came out. I was singing a Lionel Richie song and Lionel came out. That's interesting. Oh, Dallas County. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Mm. So, I'm going to tell you what we have out here. Okay? And again, Eric, you can take it how it resonates. Okay? So, we have pugs. Okay? Pugs, the dog. Okay? Could be something about the pub. Okay? A beer joint, a bar. But we have pugs, the dog. Okay? We have Lionel, Leah, and Leona, Eric. We have a cold case. We have a nasty sacral. We have false mother. We have stagnation. And we have Baltimore. Oh, and Cumberland County. I'm going to turn these cards over just to see what else is on them. We have the names Jeffrey, okay, Jeffrey, or Jorge, okay, Jeffrey, Jorge, Casey, Lassie, Lacey, Casey, Casper, okay. We got music again. I said, you're once, twice, three times a lady, right? And the name Lionel came out, okay? So Lionel, Leah, Leona, okay? And we have demonic entity present and serpent energy. Eric, do you meditate? It doesn't look like you cleanse your energy enough, Eric. Okay? It doesn't look like you cleanse your energy enough, Eric. Okay? Okay. Again, if you do, it's interesting that you have questions about your mother. Is your mother communicating with you, Eric? That's a very good question, Divine said. Divine said, ask him if his mother's communicating. Are you receiving communication from your mother, Eric? Are you receiving communication from your mother? Oh, so what's your question? So what's your question? Eric, you fucking with me? You just wasting my time. Eric, you just wasting my time. Okay? You're just wasting my time. My name is Leah. What's up, Leah? What's up, LJ? Okay? What's up, LJ? Okay? We got another LJ. I don't know if they're still in the room. We had another LJ in the room earlier. Okay? Hello, Decree. I thought you already said hi, and I already said hello, Decree. Okay? Stop trying to get attention. Stop being a ham, Decree. 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 Stop being a ham. Stop being a ham. You're welcome, Tammy. Stop being a ham, Leah. Or I said Leah. Stop being a ham. Decree. Okay. All right, collective. Thank you so much again, everyone, for tuning in. Okay. I look forward to the next time that we go live with Psychic Investigations. Again, covering all 197 countries. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that's possible. Tammy, that's possible. Blessings, Gail. Blessings, Gail. Okay. Cold cases about your mom. Oh, so there you go. Okay. So, cold cases about your mom, okay? Someone who was trying to be your mom, okay? There could be paperwork, okay, about someone who's using your mom's information. You could find out that someone's still actively using your mom's information, okay? If you know your mom's social security number, okay, you can go on Credit Karma and you can check your mom's information, okay? If you have a death certificate, okay, you can request your mom's credit report, okay, from the main 3 bureaus in the United States, okay? Equifax, and I forget the other one. Someone else might know. TransUnion, Equifax. I don't know the other one. Okay. So, collective, thank you so much again. Investigators, we thank you for all that you do for us to help us receive the justice and the truth that is due us here in the 3D. Thank you so much again. I'm getting congratulatory type of energy. Okay? Thank you so much for all that you do. Judges in the upright for all the 197 countries on this planet. I keep saying that to remind us not everything is about America or whatever country you are in. Okay? And not everything's for you directly. Okay? Thank you so much as always for tuning in. Okay? Oh, Experian. Thank you. What's up, Christine? You sitting in the background, just kind of on the hush-hush, Christine. This live, you sitting in the background, kind of on the hush-hush, Christine? You're typically a bit more vocal. No worries. It's okay to sit in the background and just listen from time to time. Oh, you just, you just woke up. Okay. All right. You just woke up. Cleanse your energy. You just woke up. Light sage, light and incense. Okay. Light sage, light and incense. Okay. Drink water before you drink coffee, Christine. Okay. In the morning, drink water before you drink coffee. Okay. I know coffee be calling. Okay. I know the espresso be calling. Okay. But drink water before you drink coffee. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Thank you so much for always tuning in. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. As always, again, my name is Nehru. This is the Real Psychic Investigators. As always, be encouraged.